Welcome QU students to Sports Paws, bringing you all the action from the past week of QU sports with me, Rondell Williams, alongside Michael Levy. Tonight we'll be featuring highlights from two exciting volleyball games. We'll also be covering other fall sports as the men's soccer team played an exciting game against the rival Yale Bulldogs, which will be coming up. Also, field hockey as the Bobcats travel to play number 6, Penn State.
The women's soccer team took on the University of Hartford this past week. The Bobcats game sporting 1 loss and 1 tie in their 2 previous matches. Hartford Caitlin Alves opened the scoring in the 28th minute on a rebound past the Bobcat goalie, Erin Quaylen. Hartford goalie Jill Kelly held the Bobcats scoreless through 90 minutes of play. Kelly fended off 3 total Bobcat shots to record the shutout. Bobcat goalie Erin Quaylen faced 7 shots, turning away 6. Quinnipiac forward Ariel Alkins led the team with 2 shots, but was unable to put on in the net. The loss drops the women's to 0-3 and 1 on the season. The Bobcats next take on Lehigh this Friday at 4 here at Quinnipiac.
The men's soccer team was also busy as it took on cross-time rival Yale Friday night in New Haven. Deborah Pereira gave the Bobcats a 1-0 lead in the 33rd minute thanks to a nifty pass from Nils Vanderheide. QU took the lead in the halftime, but the Bulldogs responded in the second half with 2 straight goals from Jenner Fox and Peter Jacobson to take a 2-1 lead. Junior Phillips' surprise showed his usual flair for the dramatic in the 85th minute as he drilled a shot into the top left corner from 25 yards out to tie the game at 2. The Bulldogs bounced right back, though, as Charlie Nels scored in the 88th minute to give Yale the 3-2 win. QU goalkeeper Borja Anguasha made 3 saves on the night, but it wasn't enough to get the Bobcats their first win. QU starts the year as their record dropped to 0-3. Yale hand approved to 1-2 with the win. Men's soccer returns to action Wednesday as they host the Hartford Hawks.
The Quinnipiac field hockey team, too, took on the Colgate Raiders last Friday in Hamilton, New York, as they try to move to 3-1 on the season. The Bobcats had a successful night, finding the back of the net 6 times. The Bobcats scored early on in the game on an unassisted goal by Caitlin Notoriani, 7 minutes and 17 seconds into the game to take a 1-0 lead over the Raiders. Quinnipiac's Jess Russin picked up the 2 quick goals in the 24th and 25th minutes of the first half to make it a 3-0 lead. Then Kimberly Cunniff followed up with an unassisted goal in the 29th minute for the Bobcats for a 4-0 lead. Jess Russin picked up her 3rd goal for a hat trick on the night to make it 5-0. Then later picked up an assist on Jessica Portland's goal. Late in the second half, to make it a 6-0, Bobcats goalie Nicole Lewis had saves on the night and was able to keep the Raiders scoreless for the game while Russin picked up her first career hat trick. We will take a look later on in the show to see how the Bobcats fared against the Nittany Lions in Pennsylvania. When we come back, we will bring you more Quinnipiac Bobcat action when we tell you about how volleyball did against LaSalle and Navy. Also, we will tell you about how field hockey fared against Penn State. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Sports Paws.
Welcome back to Sports Paws. I'm Rondell Williams alongside Michael Levy, and so far we have had a jam-packed show for you, but there's still plenty left to cover, so let's toss it over to Michael, who will tell us about how volleyball did against LaSalle.
The Bobcats volleyball squad picked up their first win of the season as they hosted LaSalle on Friday night in a long match. The Bobcats fell in the first set 25-16, but came back and won the second with a score of 25-22. The third set went into the Explorers with a score of 25-21, but the Bobcats were able to turn it around in the fourth set with a 25-19 score. The fifth set had an excitement with a 20-18 final score, with the Bobcats closing the game and picking up their win. Bobcats senior Kelby Carey and freshman Tiara Allen each scored a team-high 13 kills to help the Bobcats top the Explorers. The Bobcats continue to add the team-high stats with Kayla Lawler picking up a total of 41 assists on the night. The volleyball team also set some season-high stats, with Tracy Wright contributing with 18 digs on the night, and Kelby Carey also assisted with help 12 digs. Freshman Christine Bennett had a career-high 13 digs as she picked up her first college career win.
The Quinnipiac Bobcats volleyball team hosted Navy this past Saturday in Burt Conn Court as they tried to pick up their second win for the season. The first set went well for the Bobcats as they chalked up 8-ace with help from senior Kayla Lawler. Junior Taylor Payne and senior Kelby Carey at the Bobcats put up a score of 25-22 on the midshipmen. Navy came back strong though in the second set as they took it from the Bobcats with a 25-21 score, and they continued their momentum through the third set as they topped the Bobcats again with a 25-18 score. Lawler stood out in the fourth set and showed senior leadership as she had 17 assists on the Bobcats' 21 points as they won the set with a score of 25-17. Forcing a fifth set, Navy held strong in the fifth set when it was tied 14-14, and they rallied to win the last 2 points to get the W over the Bobcats, finishing with a score of 16-14. We'll check in later on in the show to see how the Bobcats played later against that day against Delaware State.
Bobcats field hockey team 2 on number 6 in the nation, Penn State, as they traveled to University Park, Pennsylvania, this past Saturday for an early afternoon game. Penn State's Kelsey Amy started off the game strong for the Nittany Lions as she had 3 of their first 4 goals of the game. Ashton Klingler had the goal in the 16th minute for the Lions. It wasn't until the 23rd minute till the Bobcats got on the board with the score from Kimberly Cuniff. Kelsey came back and scored her 4th goal of the game in the 35th minute to put the Nittany Lions up 5-1 on the Bobcats. Put Nittany Lions 5-1 on the Bobcats. The Bobcat defense became a lot stronger in the second half as they only let up 1 goal to Penn State. Hannah Allison, who scored in the 63rd minute of the game, put the Lions up 6-1 on the Bobcats. The Bobcats fall to 3-2 on the season, and the Nittany Lions improve their record to 3-3. The Bobcats plan to make adjustments on both sides of the ball before they take on the Lehigh at home.
We have to take another commercial break, but when we come back, we have a feature on the new sponsor of the ice hockey rink up at the TD Bank Arena. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Sports Paws.
Welcome back to Sports Paws. Once again, I'm Michael Levy alongside Rondell Williams. Now we have a feature on the new name of the ice hockey rink at the TD Sports Arena.
In QU Sports, Quinnipiac's TD Bank Sports Arena's ice hockey rink has recently been sponsored by High Point Solutions.
It's a combination of the great efforts of Quinnipiac's Alumni and Development Office, and sort of, their role is to go out there and find people who can really support Quinnipiac in as many ways as possible. Our Vice President for Development and Alumni Affairs, Don Weinbeck, our Director of Alumni and Parent Affairs, Nick Wormley, work together to identify the staff and the brothers at High Point.
However, with this substantial donation, where exactly is all the sponsorship money going towards?
But I do think that this donation and this sponsorship is really going to enhance the livelihood of everybody at Quinnipiac, but particularly our students and our scholarships and our endowment, and obviously and for running the TD Bank. So I think this gift is very, very significant, one of the all-time highest ever at Quinnipiac, and it's only going to enhance financial aid and endowments and scholarships for everybody at Quinnipiac. I recognize their signage and their sponsorship through some signage as you enter. You walk into the lobby and look up top, and you're going to see some signage and some nice, very nice, classy signage for the High Point Solutions Arena, and then we're also going to place their name twice in front of the home and the visiting benches in ice hockey. So, and they'll have some recognition on our website and in our game programs and board and announcements, and now you'll see, Quinnipiac beat Yale at the, at the High Point Solutions Arena at the TD Bank Sports Center. So there'll be some significant media exposure.
But what really comes along with being sponsored by High Point Solutions?
Oh yeah, it's interest from a very reputable company, particularly in this world of software and technology. That's sort of the #1 companies in America now have all become technology companies, and to have a high-ranking and prestigious company like High Point, it's like as being part of Nike, Gates, or all those kinds of Rawlings, or some of these companies in sports. Quinnipiac is now a great company in high tech and technology.
Even the Quinnipiac community and students believe it's a positive move for QU athletics.
I think it's a good thing. It's gotten their name out there. It shows people care about Quinnipiac. They've heard of it, and they've obviously recognized what they've done over the last couple of years, building their hockey program up to a nationally ranked contender.
No, I think this is another great statement in terms of how far Quinnipiac has come, and we amaze ourselves, and every day goes by something we've never done before, and to have a donation that's significant like this one, I've never seen before, and it's all because of what a great university we are, what a great bunch of students we are, and athletic department is thrilled to be part of all.
We're going to take another quick commercial break, but when we get back, we'll have the highlights for volleyball's game versus Delaware State and Hartford. Don't go anywhere. This is Sports Paws.
Sports Paws. I'm Michael Levy here with Rondell Williams. We've had an awesome show for you so far, and we still have some more highlights to go. So let's not waste any more time.
Thanks, Michael. And now into more volleyball. The Bobcats have struggled so far this season as they enter the match against Delaware State, 1-7. But this is the Bobcats' second match of the day, and we have the highlights for you now. B-Roll, Delaware goes up 24-20 and 22. Number 15, Christopher Fracosi sets up number 15, Redmond Brook, for the score. Delaware wins the first set 25-22 on a block by number 6, Jess Russell Crozier. Lacey Davis blocks the spike, puts Delaware up 24-23. And there's the score for Delaware State as they celebrate. Another block by Christopher Fracosi, and Delaware wins, and it's 25-23. Third set, QU scores, makes it 4-3. Delaware on a block by Tanner Celestine. QU ties it up 19-19 by Tanner Celestine with a lob over the Delaware defense. Delaware down to Bobcats, and the team shake hands as the QU Bobcats lose once again. The Hornets took the first set 25-22, and the second and third sets 25-23. With the loss, the Bobcats fall to 8, while Delaware improves to 1-7. Freshman Tiara Allen, daughter of the Boston Celtics Ray Allen, had 10 kills in the game, leading the Bobcats for the third consecutive match. Kayla Lawler led the Bobcats with 23 assists, while Tracy Wright and Krista Bennett each posted double-digit digs with totals with 16 and 10. The Bobcats next travel up Interstate 91 to take on Hartford, and Michael will have that for us now.
The Quinnipiac volleyball team traveled to West Hartford, Connecticut, to take on the Hartford Hawks on Sunday. In the first set, the Bobcats slipped, letting the Hawks take the lead 4-0 at a 15-9. But with kills by senior Kelby Carey and freshman Tiara Allen, the set way even at 18. The Bobcats fought to keep the score close, but the Hawks took the set 25-22. In the second set, the Hawks took the win 25-15. With 14 kills in the process, in the set, the Bobcats loosened their grip, and the Hawks took an 11-7 lead. Allen and freshman Brittany Robinson helped to gain back the momentum with a block. But in the end, the Hawks took the set 25-16. In other news, senior Kayla Lawler and sophomore Tracy Wright qualified for the all-tournament team. Lawler had 82 assists in 3 matches and a team high of 9 service aces. The Bobcats will take the court again Friday at 7 p.m. when the team hosts Army as part of the Yale Quinnipiac tournament.
Thanks, Michael. That'll wrap it up for us now on this edition of Sports Paws. But remember, we'll be back next week with your Quinnipiac Bobcats action. If you want to learn more or get involved with Q30, visit q30.org. Also, if you want more information on Sports Paws, go to our website at www.sportspaws.wordpress.com. For everyone at Sports Paws, and Michael Arletta and Armando Williams, and that was Sports Paws. Thank you, QU students.